Math Falsifies Naturalistic Mega-Evolution, Part 4. Atheist mathematician and scientist Dr. Fred Hoyle performed extensive calculations to determine if naturalistic evolution, random chance, and natural selection would work, and he found that it does not work for any level higher than microevolution, i.e., adaptation of a species to its local environment inside a genus or family. He published the calculations in a book titled Mathematics of Evolution. Here are quotes from his book. Quote 1. The criticism of Darwinian theory given in this book arises straightforwardly from my belief that the theory is wrong. Dr. Fred Hoyle. My comment. This atheist mathematician and scientist concludes that Darwinism is false based on his mathematical evaluation of evolution. His arguments apply to Neo-Darwinism, i.e., to the claim that random chance and natural selection created the entire biosphere, including single-cell to human evolution. Random chance and natural selection cannot create completely new body plans and completely new higher taxa, and so they cannot create the entire biosphere. Neo-Darwinism can cause adaptation of a species to its environment, but nothing more. Quote 2. The fine-tuning of genes produces small changes. Dr. Fred Hoyle. My comment. Fine-tuning of genes is microevolution. It can create small changes in a species, and nothing more than that. Random chance and natural selection can cause such microevolution, but nothing more. Quote 3. The addition of entirely new genes, perhaps whole batteries of new genes, produces large changes, grafted onto the genetic complement of an already existing organism. Dr. Fred Hoyle. My comment. Large changes in creatures require the addition of entirely new genes. Creation of completely new body plans and completely new higher taxa requires huge amounts of new biofunctional information, including whole batteries of new genes and non-gene coding DNA instructions. Random chance and natural selection cannot create such naturalistic mega-evolution, as we continue to see in our videos. Quote 4. All genes in present-day organisms were here already in the metazoans that invade the Earth 570 million years ago at the beginning of the Cambrian era, making the subsequent story of terrestrial evolution into one in which genes have been called into operation as ecologic conditions permitted to be so. Atheist scientist Dr. Fred Hoyle. My comment. Dr. Hoyle's statement indicates that all the genes in present-day organisms appear suddenly in the biosphere 570 million years ago in the Cambrian era, and that the genes did not arise gradually through the history of life on Earth, as is needed for naturalistic mega-evolution to be true. His statement is more consistent with intelligent design infusion of biofunctional information at the Cambrian explosion, even though Hoyle did not believe in intelligent design at the time. Quote 5. Darwinian theory seemed to me to run like this. If among the varieties of a species, there is one that survives better in the environment than the others, then the variety that survives best is the one that best survives. If I had known the word tautology, I would have called this a tautology. People with still more bated breath call it natural selection. I made them angry, just as I do today, by saying that it did nothing at all. My comment. Dr. Hoyle is making it clear that he is skeptical of the alleged creative power of natural selection. If you reject the alleged creative power of natural selection, you have just rejected the core of naturalistic mega-evolution. Conclusion. In his book, Dr. Hoyle uses extensive mathematics to show that Neo-Darwinism is false for higher taxa. Neo-Darwinism is true for microevolution, i.e., random chance and natural selection can cause adaptation of a species to its environment, resulting in formation of varieties inside a species or genus, but nothing more. Random chance and natural selection are not capable of creating the biofunctional information and the large-scale changes needed to create completely new body plans and completely new higher taxa, such as kingdom, phylum, class, order. So, Neo-Darwinism, random chance and natural selection, is false for naturalistic mega-evolution, i.e., the claim of naturalistic single-cell to human evolution. And this is the case for all naturalistic mechanisms in the modern synthesis and the extended synthesis. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.